Yeah,
Not that big.
just don't, I mean, you don't have to smile, but just don't do this. I mean, maybe later when we're at the restaurant.
Okay.
It's time for me. In this formal occasion.
No, Monty.
No, Monty.
Oh, we have to go?
Okay, back up a little bit here. Grab the flowers from Amy, put it on the table. And Mom, you stand here. Bill, move up a little bit. Thank you. I'm choreographing. Okay, we ready?
I think you might want to.
Look at the crowd.
Your adoring fans are over here.
Family members, we have gathered to commemorate this momentous milestone, some 70 years in the making. On this beautiful February day, we publicly recognize the love and marriage of Bobbie and Bill. It's been a long time since playing in the sandbox. I had to get that one in. But you both finally ended up together. And I speak for all of us when I say that we couldn't be happier for both of you and for us. Bill, you have been an incredible addition to the family, and we love you. Now let's make this official. Bobbie and Bill, marriage is all commitment. It's about loving someone every day, even if they drive you insane. Right, Bill? It's about being loved, even if you don't always show up flawlessly. It's about knowing who you are now, but growing into something better with the spirit of your spouse. It's about wanting the best for your spouse, learning from one another, finding comedy and delight in ordinary moments, and supporting one another on good days and bad days. The two of you embody this spirit of acceptance, love, and adventure completely. I mean, never did I think my mother would be traveling all over the world at this point in her life, much less in her 70s. I mean, who are you? But marriage is, of course, more than just two people. It's also the coming together of two communities and families to form one giant family. As a result, we're ecstatic to be here today, supporting this great, beautiful relationship that the two of you have built. The Buddha spoke about 4 elements that constitute true love: the capacity to be kind and offer happiness, the capacity to relieve suffering, the capacity to bring joy every day, and finally, the capacity of non-discrimination. When there is true love, there is non-discrimination. The pain of the other is our own pain. The happiness of the other is our own happiness. To make our love meaningful, we need to nourish our mind of boundless love and compassion. First, we learn to love one person with all our understanding and insight. Then we expand that love to embrace another person and another until our love is truly boundless. Music has played a huge role in the Rankin family, going all the way back to when Mom used to go to shows at the Fillmore East. She saw seemingly everyone, from Mountain to Jefferson Airplane to Jimi Hendrix and even Frank Zappa. But Mom's favorite was always Led Zeppelin. And with that in mind, I've chosen some lyrics to read from their song Thank You, as I think it's appropriate for an occasion like today. If the sun refused to shine, I would still be loving you. When the mountains crumble to the sea, there will still be you and me. And so today, my world it smiles, your hand in mine, we walk the miles. Thanks to you, it will be done, for you to me are the only one. Happiness, no more be sad. Happiness, I'm glad. Bill, of course, is a music lover as well, although his taste is a little more refined than us Rankins. He is a fan of the crooners, like Frank Sinatra and Lou Monte. So in fairness to Bill, I'd like to read lyrics from one of Sinatra's all-time classics. Love and marriage, go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, You can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, love and marriage. It's an institute you can't disparage. Ask the local gentry, and they will say it's elementary. Sorry, I'm not much of a Sinatra aficionado. That was the best I could come up with.
Doing great, Bruce.
Thank you. And now, we have our declaration of intent between these two lovely people. Bill, do you take Bobbie to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love, comfort, and most importantly, obey her for better or worse, in sickness and health, and reap any and all tax benefits for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Thank you.
I do.
You know it. You heard this for a second, Larry, and you realize that.
Bobby,
It's
do
that
you take
good.
Bill to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love, comfort, and boss around for better or worse,
Yes.
in sickness and health, and reap any and all tax benefits as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Thank you.
So do I.
Yay.
Perfect.
Okay, you guys have decided to exchange rings. This is where you come in, buddy. As a symbol of your marriage, these rings signify the never-ending representation of your love and will serve as a symbol of your union in marriage. Okay, so, and give Bill that ring.
Here you go.
You got that right?
Yeah. No.
No? Flip them?
Oh, that one looked like the right one.
Okay.
It's a little dark over it. It's okay. Bill,
I guess.
place.
No, you hold that, honey.
You can hold that, Bill. Okay, come on, in front of me. Bill, place the ring on Bobbie's left hand and repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my undying vow.
as a symbol of my undying vow.
With all that I am,
With all that I am,
will be,
will be,
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
Okay? Now you can give Amy the ring.
Here you go.
Bobbie, place the ring on Bill's left hand and repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my undying vow.
as my
I placed it
It's okay.
undying vow.
With all that I am, should I have done something funnier?
No. With all that I am,
Will be,
will be,
and all that I have,
and all that I have.
I honor you.
I know. Oh boy.
Now,
What did she smoke?
it might have been. Now, by the power vested in me by the World Wide Web, it is my incredible honor to pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Bill Baker. Bill, you may now kiss your bride. Just give us a second to look away.
Yay!
Great.
There are winds of destiny that blow when we least expect them. Sometimes they gust with the fury of a hurricane. Sometimes they barely fan one's cheek. But the winds cannot be denied, bringing, as they often do, a future that is impossible to ignore. Let's party.
Woo!
Well done. I didn't get an obey.
can't. I'll figure it out. We'll
at
figure it
you.
out. We'll look at it later.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hello.
As Marty Allen used to
The
say.
bride.
Hello there.
Just look at me. No, just look at
Not
me.
like the old days, no. They're not like the old days.
Just look at me. Just look at me. Yeah.
I want to see that shot.
Yeah, I should.
We'll do a duel.
Let's go.
Hey, I gotta go rent.
No, I know.
Is that Diane?
I can have
Really?
We'll do
Isn't it?
He would even
someone.
No, you gotta share.
I know, but every.
Hey, Nana, smile. Nana.
She's chatting away.
She's too busy.
Mom.
Yeah. Just double up on it.
Mommy
That's right. My grandson.
and Daddy.
Hey.
And then,
Me again.
About.
yay! I met Bill in 1999. Bobbie and I were looking at the clubhouse here for our little casual reception after we got back from Vegas. And we walked in, and Bill was setting up for some event, and they hugged, and they were talking, and she introduced me, and he said, oh, she's introduced me as always as her daughter. That's how she always has addressed me. And Bill goes, did you know that we used to play in the sandbox together? And he just wrapped me into the biggest bear hug ever. And I've enjoyed them ever since. But back in, my dates might be wrong. I want to say it was 2018 when you came over to sleep over, keep me company. Bruce wasn't home. I was helping her set up her iPad. And they had run into each other somewhere, I think the Y.
Yep.
And so she's telling me, she had these men all over her, at Sienna.
Hey, that's my mother.
And she was juggling them all. But then Bill came along, and so she was sitting there on the couch, and she looked at me and she goes, oh my God, he just emailed me. What do I say? And I'm like, well, what did he say? And she goes, he wants to have lunch. And I said, so you say yes. And I think that the rest is pretty much history. The only other thing that I find very humorous is like maybe a few weeks after that, she said to him, will you go to a wedding with me in 2 years?
Oh yeah, that was Rennie and Bruce's. And it
Which
took
ended up
4.
actually being 5 years later thanks to COVID. But I can't even tell you how the dynamic in our family has shifted thanks to Bill being part of it. He filled this void that we didn't even know that we had. We have a small family, and for him to come in and just be our father figure has just been so beautiful, and we're so blessed, and we're so lucky, and we're grateful for everything that he does for all of us all the time. And we just love you so much, and we wish you a lifetime of happiness together. Finally! It took you long enough, but at least you did, and we're really so happy for you. We love you both.
Thank you.
Cheers to Bobbie and Bill, the bakers.
Yes. The Billy Baker.
Cheers.
The BBs.
Yay, Amy.
Builder.
Builder.
Just like Benifer.
I must have had that spiel in my head 100 different ways. So I don't know whether it came out perfect.
Good job.
And I missed it, but I'm getting the opening. It's okay.
Start over. I think it could be better.
We had to tell them the story about this. Oh my God. So this is a Timex watch with all different colored dials. And I
Oh.
remember years ago on Laurel Drive, it was $39.99. And it was a Timex watch. And it had all the different faces to put on it, whatever you call that outside piece. And I didn't want to spend the money on myself.
Now you
And
got
I
it.
never forgot it. I never
Aw.
forgot it. And now I got it.
Bill, that is just great.
Bill, you're so
You
sweet.
couldn't do better than that.
I
That is
kept
just
going
incredible.
on internet. I gotta find one of these things. I finally
Oh
found
my
one.
God.
I don't know whether it's
Wow.
an exact the same, but
Wow.
It has
Buttered
different.
bread is
It's
good.
got all the different,
Bill.
It has different bands too, huh?
yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Pass it around. Pass it around.
That was good.
Look at this guy.
Oh
my God.
With the relish.
Let me tell you
I said you did.
And you love your Aunt Randy too, right?
Cut right by the rose.
Right here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's fighting me. She's fighting me.
Of course she is.
Tea.
The bride cuts the cake. The bride cuts the cake. Hi ho the dairy-o. The bride cuts the cake. Woo!